I'm cooking. They looking. I'm ballin'. They calling. I'm cooking.
What's going on, YouTube family? It's Jordan, and I'm back on Mixin with Jay with another episode. So, quick question: y'all notice anything different right now? Just forget that it's a whole nother person right here. But you see what this outfit selection was? She wanted to wear aprons, y'all. We couldn't get separate personalized aprons. She wanted us to get matching aprons. So this is what we doing. But anyway, guys, I want to introduce you all to my mom. So if you tuned in to the intro video, then you know she's kind of part of the inspiration for starting the whole Mixin with Jay. Relax. She's part of my inspiration. Again, cooking just being a part of our personal family life. And then she's a caterer. I'm sure y'all gonna hear all about my mom and her career and her story as well as we go through our video today. But today we are mixing up crawfish etouffee. So that's actually something that I don't know how to make, hence why she's here. She's gonna help me walk through it, and hopefully I can do this on my own one day. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, Jordan. So now she says she does not know how to prepare crawfish etouffee, but she is a pro eating it. She will eat.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
You said that, okay. Well, thank y'all for having me on today. I am Ethel Forney Hunter. I am the owner of Edible Memories, which is a catering and floral company. And I am
catering, floral, wedding coordinator, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, gift baskets, decor. She do it all. But keep going. You trying to be modest. It's okay.
Well, thank you for that. I need to grow up their own wingman. But anyway, and so through the years, Jordan and my son Brandon have been at my hips as I've been in the kitchen cooking and preparing. And Jordan developed a passion for cooking. Might have something to do with her passion for eating.
There you go. There we go.
And Brandon does the baking, so maybe she'll have him on one day and he'll bake his famous cakes for us.
We're coming for you, Brandon.
We gonna come for you. So in doing that, she just picked up a lot of tips along the way, and she developed a fondness for it as well. Cooking is a way of release for me. It is a passion for me, and I just enjoy eating, and I enjoy preparing things. And as my health changed, the way I eat and how I prepare things changed. So Jordan, I'm not sure if your audience knows it already, but birthed out of this, I have developed a cookbook that will be coming soon.
Shameless plug.
But my desire to do the cookbook was my niece. I had my niece and her children over to the house, and we were having conversations. And at the end of our conversations, it became clear that my niece needed some help with preparing meals, strategically planned meals for her children. So I'm doing a cookbook for young mothers, and the title of the book is "You Feed Them How Many Times a Day?" But it's a young mother's cookbook. So just some easy ways, some shortcut ways, and also because of Jordan, we're adding the etouffee to the cookbook. Now don't get scared. I know it's a delicacy, but what we're going to do today is we're going to show you a shortcut of how you can prepare this for your children. It may not be a Monday night dinner. It may have to be a Saturday night dinner or a Friday night dinner, but it's something that you can prepare. And like I said, in the book, I'm going to provide shortcut ways of how to prepare meals, and then try to, get away from some of the greasy ways we used to cook food to show you a more healthier way to prepare items for your children. So that's what we got going on. But I am honored to be on this episode of Mixin with Jay.
So back to your cooking book, not just for mothers with kids, but what if I just don't know how to cook that well?
Well, if you don't know how to cook that well, this cookbook is going to
It'll
help
work
you.
still?
Yeah,
Okay.
later on, we're going to have other books because before this book hits the shelves, I've already been inundated with requests for cookbooks for holiday menu planning. So there gonna be some follow-up books, cookbooks behind this one. But y'all, let me get this first one out. Let me help the young mothers right now,
Okay.
and those people that just need a little help in cooking in the kitchen, because you want to cook for yourself, quick, easy. You're a professional. My daughter is a professional, and you might want to come home, and cook something quick. You've been working all day. You don't want to slave. You don't want to do the roux on the stove. And when I do this, people that know about a roux, we know about this. This is what it takes. You need a lot of this to make a good roux. But we're going to do some shortcuts. We're going to do some things. And like I said, you might not be just a young mother. You just might be a young professional. And so my book will help you.
Sounds cool. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you what we're working with. So let's get started with our crawfish etouffee. All right. So tell the people what we are working with. What's all this?
Okay, so these are the ingredients for the crawfish etouffee. I love the fresh vegetables. I know there's a frozen option, but people use a seasoning blend. Seasoning blend has its place, but to get that flavor that you so desire with a crawfish etouffee, you want to use your fresh vegetables. So here we have about a half a bunch of fresh parsley, cut and chopped. We have a whole medium onion,
Yellow onion
chopped. Yellow onion is my preference. You have about 3 of the green onion stalks. Then bell pepper, that's a whole large bell pepper chopped. And then on a celery stalk, that's about a half of a celery stalk chopped. Now the size depends on you. If you have picky children, you might want to slice the celery just a little bit thinner. But for the more seasoned palate, we like it a little chunkier for the crawfish etouffee. Then jasmine rice, that's my go-to rice right now. Gotta have it. For the crawfish tails, my preference is Louisiana crawfish tails. If you can find the crawfish tails, Louisiana is the preference. The ones made in China are gonna kind of draw up a little bit more, but that's my preference. And so then we have stewed tomatoes, minced garlic, and the cream of mushroom soup.
And a whole lot of butter.
Whole lot of butter. Now, the also what you would have here to make your roux, you would have the butter, and you would have flour, oil in the flour, and you would mix and stir and stir and stir. But for my young mothers, I don't want to take you through that at all, especially when you have products that are designed to help you. So my cheat with the etouffee is the Louisiana Cajun etouffee base.
Right, so if you got all your ingredients, y'all, I'm almost going broke buying all these ingredients. So if you want to endorse me, send it my way. Cash App is going to be linked below because this is a lot, but it's fresh. It's going to be good. Again, it's one of my favorites, so I know sometimes it'll take a little bit more effort. You have these delicacies and you want to do it the right way. So first step, what do you got for us?
Well, first we're going to get started with sauteing all these vegetables. And I know that was a whole stick of butter. That was an entire stick of butter. But I have these heart issues, and my nutritionist told me that butter is better for cardiovascular issues than margarine is. So that's why I'm using butter these days. So you just want to go ahead on and saute your vegetables. So you want to just go ahead on and add your onions.
So why the onion first? Because I think some people forget or don't know why.
Well, we do the onion first to caramelize them. But then it takes a little longer for them to break down than the rest of the vegetables. So that's why we start with the onions. So, and then we have the bell pepper. So we just add the bell pepper and the celery. I'm just going to add the celery.
Booyah.
Booyah. I love the fresh vegetable. But I knew that's what you was going for.
Haha, I got you on camera. Anyway, so while she's sauteing those vegetables, quick question for you, Mom. What did cooking or dinner time look like for you growing up?
Growing up, oh wow, so this is difficult for me. Um, Growing up, my parents were divorced. They divorced when I was a young tender age. And so I only had time with my mother on every other weekends, first and third and fifth weekends, and
She giving us
to
all the
summer.
details.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
and I said all that to say that quality time with my mother when we were cooking was important with me. And so I learned a lot of my cooking skills from my mom, but my dad was a good cook as well. And so
Junkyard dog, for
the
those that
junkyard
don't know.
dog, he was very handy in the kitchen, and I loved going crabbing. So we were part of it from the water to the pot. We would go crabbing, come back, and we would catch the crabs. We would pour them suckers in the sink, and Daddy would have that hot pot of water, and we would pour the boiling water and watch the crabs go crazy. See, and then you can let your children help you as you prepare these meals. But so it was family interaction, and it was a good time spent with Daddy. Daddy would make some real creative dishes, but he would make dishes to stretch. You know, growing up, our children probably would never eat anything that was called a mackerel, but Daddy made a mackerel dish that was absolutely delicious. And you know, a lot of things.
I never had this mackerel dish. Hold on.
Yeah, well, we ate so
She
much.
put it on
Look,
for
we ate
the
so
YouTube
much of it.
channel.
I just didn't cook it as an adult,
Okay.
but I could cook it from memory. But Daddy had a way of making unusual things taste really good. And I know you guys have tuned in and have seen Jordan's pot roast video, but that really is my daddy's recipe. So. But these Cajun delicacies, this crawfish etouffee, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do the gumbo, but those recipes are from my mom.
Giving up all the
I'm
episodes.
giving it up. No, okay. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We don't know what we'll be
Have
doing.
a little
in this.
mystery behind the scenes.
I love the vibe in here, the cooking vibe. When you mix it with Jay, you have a good, smooth, easy jazz vibe going. Oh, this is wonderful. These sauteed vegetables are coming along just wonderfully.
What makes it? How do I know I'm doing it right?
When you see them starting to break down. So when we first put them in, the vegetables were up to the top, and now they've reduced. Your butter is melting, and the onions are getting clear. When they become clear, you know you are translucent, I believe is the word. Once they get to that point, then you know that they're done. So they're breaking down really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead on at this point and add a little of the parsley. I'm going to save some parsley for the end for garnishing. And same with the green onions. I just like green onions on the top at the end. I love the fresh green onions, so yeah.
So why didn't we add this stuff?
Because the parsley and the green onion are going to cook down. They cook down faster than the other vegetables. So you let them start. And so I still want the parsley to have a little life. So they're going to season the rest of the vegetables. So yeah, that's why we wait. I mean, you could have put them in. Some people do, but I wait because I love the texture and the flavors. And I don't want the parsley cooked to death. Parsley cooks down like spinach does. Spinach cooks down to absolutely nothing. Oh, I wish we had aroma vision on this thing.
Aroma vision. Let's patent that, and then no more videos for nobody.
Scratch and sniff. Scratch here, saute vegetables.
What you doing?
Well, what I'm getting ready to do is, while the vegetables are sauteing, I put the lid on them. While they're sauteing down, we're gonna go ahead on and cook.
Is this your TV voice? Because I don't think she talk like this all the time in regular life. I gotta be real with my people. No?
I think this is my regular voice.
Okay.
So, for moms that are cooking, now growing up, we boil the rice on the stove. You put the rice in the pot, you put the water in, you put the finger down, and the water had to come up so far over the finger for you to know if you had enough water in the rice. Okay, I don't do that anymore. I learned a better way, and I'm gonna share my better way with you guys. I cook my rice in the microwave. Since I've learned how to do it in the microwave, I don't cook rice any other way. I don't. The boiling bag rice feature is okay, but it's the same concept. So for every cup of rice, there's 2 cups of water. So you will put I'm doing 2 cups of rice, so I'll put 4 cups of water, and I'll just sprinkle a dash of salt in it for myself. I put it in a Pyrex dish and cover it. Well, no, put it in first for 15 minutes uncovered, and then I finish it off. I look at it. If it needs a little water, I may add another 1/4 cup of water to it, put the lid on it, and put it back in for another 15 minutes. Perfect rice. Some people are saying it's 30 minutes. Yes, 30 minutes, but it's gonna be perfect rice every time. It won't miss. This is the way I cook my rice for my broccoli rice and cheese casserole, rice for my gumbo, rice for this etouffee, rice that goes with my meatloaf, tomato gravy.
I think we get it.
You
Rice.
got it?
That's how you cook rice.
That's how you cook
Got
rice.
you. Okay.
All right. All right, and while we're sauteing it, we're gonna just add a tablespoon of garlic. Yes.
Y'all,
yes.
this changed my life. If you still buying like the cloves of garlic, that's cool. I'm not gonna knock you. Do what you do, but buy it. Let the people mince it for you already.
Another good tip for my young mothers. Yeah, you don't have to stand over there and chop garlic, because Spice World changed our world.
Game changer. Okay, we're looking sauteed to me. What you think?
We're getting there, just a little bit longer.
Y'all, we haven't put any like seasoning in here, but it smells so good. Like it smells like good food is on the way. 3:44. I thought this was gonna be my lunch. It was not. So hopefully dinner. We gonna see. All right. So what's next?
You know what? Okay, there's some other things that go into that. I don't want y'all to think we've been over here all day cooking this, because we've not. I'm gonna go ahead on and add my stewed tomatoes in with the vegetables, or sauteed now just wonderfully. So I've got my stewed tomatoes. I prefer just plain old stewed tomatoes with no extra seasoning, because you have all of the seasonings that you need in them. But you know, one of the things I'm a proponent of is using what you have. So if you have that Italian style stewed tomatoes, that's fine.
So tell me this.
Yes.
If my kid doesn't like tomatoes, can I make it without it? Or is
You
that a
can.
must-have? Some people don't like tomatoes.
Yeah, and some people are allergic. So let's be real with it. You can make it without the stewed tomatoes. I did for years.
I love tomatoes, so I would put like 3 cans of that in here if I could. It'd probably change the taste. But I know some people don't like tomatoes, so Chef just said that we can omit that ingredient. So if you don't want them, feel free.
Yeah, the stewed tomatoes can be omitted, but of course, you know, I cook for her. I'm cooking for her. She's gonna bag this up and think about her mom when she's crying, taking the bag out of the freezer. I miss my mommy. But anyway, so yeah, this is for her, the stewed tomatoes, but it comes out just fine without it. Here's the cheat part. So we're gonna go ahead on there. If you were making the roux from scratch, you would set the vegetables to the side, or you would be making the roux while the vegetables were sauteing. But since we're using the etouffee base, we're gonna just go ahead on and add it on top of our already sauteed vegetables. Wonderful, wonderful, wonder.
Can I stir it? Can I dumple it?
Oh, don't start with the dumpling then.
Smells good.
I'm going to
So
add 2 cups of water. I mean, we're doing the dance. 2 cups of water. Stir, girl, stir for me.
gotta whiff it, waff it, what they teach
There
in
you
science.
go, waif it. There you go. There you go. Yes, that's a technical procedure. Get the stuff off the spoon. Spoon to spoon action. This is the original spooning.
If you were doing like a brew, what is the difference? What's that process?
The process is you do all the stirring here, but then once the roux is
But
of
what
a
is it?
smooth, it's oil and flour. It's the base.
Mm-hmm.
The base of any Cajun dish you make gonna start with a roux. A good homemade roux. More than flour, and you stir it until you get it the consistency that you want. So a dark brown, probably this color brown, on your stirring your roux for an etouffee. Some like theirs darker, but I don't like it as dark as the gumbo. When I'm doing my etouffee, I like the etouffee to be a little lighter. So yeah, you just stir and stir, and when it becomes that consistency, then you add the vegetable mixture to the roux and then add the water. That's that process. But since we have using the package here, and we just stir until it's well blended. Oh, it's looking wonderful. I tend to, just because I'm who I am and I love the seasonings to marinate, to blend well, I'm just gonna put the see, when your helpers get tired, see, they want to help as long as it's fun. Then when it's not fun, then they're done with you. But yeah, it looks like she has everything mixed in here pretty good. We have a good color.
So this, at this point, that's what it's supposed to look like.
This is what it's supposed to look like. And so the next step will be to add the, see the color profile. See how pretty it is? Yeah, that's my color for the etouffee.
So I just did a little transplant surgery while you guys were away. My skillet wasn't big enough, so we just relocated to this pot right here. So yeah.
Alrighty, so now we're just moving right along with the process. And I didn't tell you that this was on a medium heat. I cook everything on a medium heat. I don't cook on the high side. I always do on a medium temperature. So now I'm at the point where I'm going to add the cream of mushroom soup to it. Oh my goodness, Jordan, look how beautiful. Jordan, come look how beautiful. But because I am preparing this to leave for Jordan, I am going to do 2 packs of crawfish tails in this particular mixture, just because we're going to have some for dinner, and then she's going to save it, you know. So when she's missing her mommy, she's going to get her mom's crawfish etouffee.
All right, so this is what the pot is looking like. Everything's mixed in so far except the tails. Do the honors, ma'am.
Yeah, and so the Louisiana tail is going to have a good amount of fat in them, and the fat is good that my mama taught. You want to? Oh, you can't stir it.
You can't stir and videograph at the same time.
Oh my goodness! It needs some nice size tails. Can you see those crawfish tails? Those some nice size tails. I'm telling you, whenever you can buy Louisiana crawfish tails, granted they're gonna be a little bit more expensive, but they're gonna be so worth the purchase. So worth the purchase.
What you doing?
Oh,
Tone
you call me with my tone saturates. Anything Cajun I'm doing, I'm gonna give it a little hit. I'm gonna season it until the spirit of my ancestors say stop.
Say hey.
Tell mother say hey. All right.
So question, that was the Tony's. What if I got the slap your mamas or?
Some people use slap your mama. I prefer Tony Saturates, but you know, you're gonna make it your dish. So if you've got slap your mama, don't slap your mama. Oh, shoot, the other side was open.
black pepper.
You do?
Yeah, I'm doing. I don't cheat.
Showing everything.
What about? That's it.
Cause
But now she don't want y'all to see the secrets.
no. This is. Oh, rice is ready. See how quick that was? Rice is ready.
This perks of having your mama home. She just made a whole little deviled egg. Do y'all see this? Get into it, honey. In my Tabitha Brown voice. Nice little snack midway. Tabitha Brown. You ever heard of Tab? Oh, I gotta put her on, y'all. It's the deviled egg one.
I know you like to show your people everything, but your mama love. We did this for a snack. You know, you can make a quick snack. You know, while you're waiting on the etouffee. Well, alrighty then. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell what I smell. I'm telling you, oh my goodness. So, I guess that's one way of saying it's ready. It's ready, so we're gonna pour up a couple of bowls.
How long did you let it simmer?
Let it simmer for about 35 minutes. Stirring occasionally, making sure that it doesn't stick. On the bottom, I'm sorry, just nice little sample. We want a nice good sample. So yeah, we let it simmer for about 30-35 minutes. Told you I wanted some fresh onions on the top. Jordan, you want some on top of yours?
Sure.
Okay, little fresh onions for garnishing. And, my fresh parsley. Oh. Alrighty then. So we're ready. From the pot to the table. All right. I'm so ready to taste this. Well, I mean, you know I've been tasting because that's what a good cook does. But the first official taste, because this is your custom, right?
This is you just taking over. I gotta give my speech.
Okay.
So as you guys know, it's tradition on the show that we take the first bite on camera, let you guys know how it is. So she already told you that, but I guess it's just her show now. So we ready for our first bite?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I like
Smells
the
good,
consistency.
looks good.
Yes, yes.
Rice on the bottom. It's hot.
Jordan.
Did that?
We did that.
We did that. All right, I'm starving. I'm about to tear this bowl up. It was fun. If you make your etouffee a different way, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So in the comments below, let me know how you make your etouffee. We might try it out. Might remix this version. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It's always fun, you guys. See y'all next time.
Cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. They looking, they looking, they looking, they looking.